Alrighty, hello everyone. Today is the 24th of October. It is about 3 p.m. in the afternoon and I'm stuck in peak hour traffic, as you can probably see by how slowly these trees are moving past me. So, perfect opportunity again for me to record a little update video. The topic of this one, I am basically just gonna go over my current situation and how I'm sort of traveling at the moment as a business owner, and I'm going to present to you, to the world, to the viewer, my promise, I suppose, sort of how I'm imagining this in my head. I'm sort of just like winging it. If I'm completely honest, I got a bit of an idea, but we'll go through with it. So, about 1 year ago, getting close, I made obviously the big switch, going from finishing my electrical apprenticeship. Awesome, now I can go make the big bucks. No, I decided it was time to make a switch. I found a bit of a passion for health and fitness. So I've basically studied my Cert 3 and 4 in health and fitness and personal training. Did that whilst completing my apprenticeship. I basically crammed two birds into one stone. It's not really the right analogy there, but I fucking just tried to do it all and somehow made it work. Anyways, I made the leap over and started basically brand new in a brand new industry. I was still finishing some of my quals. I always wanted to start my own business, but I knew I didn't want to do it in electrical, in the trades, because as much as I enjoyed being a tradie, and I still do sometimes miss some aspect of the tools, I knew if I was going to start a business, I would not see it through. I would not have that passion and that drive to be a business owner in the trade industry. So, lo and behold, followed my passion, chasing the dream there. And about a year down the track, it's been a fucking rough road, dude. It has been, I just got to the top, and then I jumped over and just head first into the fucking diving pool. And I have been just figuring it out, dude. I have been struggling. If I'm completely honest, it has been a struggle. There have been times of glory, handful times of glory, and most of it has been devastation, if I'm completely honest. Devastation might be a bit of an over-exaggeration, but it has been rough. I have tried and failed on many accounts, I would say, which is natural, as I'm sure anyone watching this in the business, self-employed, starting a new business industry is probably familiar. It's fucking rough, dude. This first year has been harsh. Mentally, I've been working big ass days every single week since I started, basically. I've had about maybe 1 week off, and even then I was just so, like, that 1 week I just felt like everything just went backwards. As soon as I take my eyes off the business, it's like, woo, clock's winding back. You're losing, you're falling behind. So it's been pretty full on. Been working big days, 5 a.m. starts most days, 5 to 7 p.m. give or take finishes most days. Couple of weekends, I'm working Saturday, Sunday this weekend. It's big. And there have been a lot of lessons I've learnt along the way, which I'm grateful for. But through all this adversity and struggle and learning and overwhelm and imposter syndrome and feelings of inadequacy and just the pressure to succeed and just to always be working, I feel like, I don't know, I just have this overwhelming mental obligation to just always be doing something for the business. It's like every second I spend away from it, I just feel like I'm letting myself and everyone I love and care for down. How dare I not be doing the thing? How dare I take a moment away? It has been a struggle, I will admit. My first thoughts in the morning are about work. I work all day, and my last thoughts at night are about work. And it has definitely impacted my life. I've pretty well given up all my hobbies. I used to play golf. Don't have any time for golf anymore. I used to work on cars and drive cars. I've sold both my projects. Don't do any of that anymore. No time or money for that. And the first year of being a self-employed business owner slash personal trainer has not been fruitful. It has been very rewarding in the sense of the impact that I know I'm having on some people. I've helped people lose weight. I've helped people shift their mindset. I've helped people realize their potential and their capability and push themselves and test the boundaries and all that stuff. And I love it. I love health and fitness. That's why I made the leap. But 1 year down the road, definitely not as far as I expected I would have gotten. You always see other people online. Oh, I went 5 weeks, I made the switch. And you see people doing shit with AI and they're a fucking millionaire overnight. It's like, man, more often than not, that's not the case. That has not been the case for me. It has been a grind. It has been a slog, day in, day out. But alas, as long as you're learning, as long as you are taking something from the lessons you are subjected to and applying them to your future inputs, then you're growing. And that's what brings me to this video today. I feel like the stars are slowly starting to align. I feel like I've always been on this path, this predetermined journey almost. I'm a big believer in a God or a higher power or the universe, and I feel like I've been put on this earth for a very specific purpose and a large purpose. I feel like I am here to help people, to serve people, to stand up in the face of adversity when others may not be willing to. I feel like I'm here for a reason. And it is because of that is what's driven me to stay the course through this storm and this harsh weather of business owner landscape. And so today's video, I want to sort of serve as a bit of a manifestation, a bit of a promise to myself, to my loved ones, to you, the viewer, to anyone else who comes along me or in my journeys in the years to come, or my content that I put out or whatever. I, Luke Morrison, right now am living at home with my partner's parents. Driving a Mazda 3 hatchback. I am definitely struggling financially. I will admit I'm not bringing in a great deal. I'm definitely not that provider that I once was or strive to be in my relationship or in my friend group, but I'm manifesting that will change. I'm manifesting that in a year's time I want to be serving people. I want to be helping people on a large scale. I want to be able to provide. I want to be that provider for my family and for my loved ones and for my future family, for my kids. I want to be in a position to be able to provide for them and raise them and not be stressing about the next car rego bill or phone bill or the future. And I'm not just manifesting this and saying I hope. I am committed full, well and true to this path that I'm on. I promise you that. I've had many occasions this year where I have contemplated throwing in the towel, going back to electrical. I even reached out to a close friend, a client that I train who was a tradie. I reached out, I was like, man, I might need to supplement here with jumping back on the tools. But it felt like a betrayal. It felt like I was betraying everything that I stand for and who I am and the path I'm on. So I couldn't do it. I was in the negative for a little bit during winter. And not to lie, I was wetting the bed a little bit there. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I was a little bit worried there for a second. And I definitely placed a lot of stress on myself in that regard to figure shit out. So I'm gonna keep figuring shit out until I have it figured out, man. I'm gonna figure this out. In a year's time, I, Luke Morrison, Hoy Health is gonna be a big name in the fitness industry. I know that I have a lot of knowledge and lessons and passion and empathy for health and wellness and mobility. I am full, well and truly invested in myself and in my path and in the future of myself and those around me. And I will not let anything get in my way. Nothing. I'm an unstoppable force, and there are no immovable objects that will get in my way. Winners never quit, and quitters never win, and I will not stop till I have won. And ideally, you'll never really win. The battle will never be over. Mark my words, guys. If you're viewing this, stay tuned for more. because big things are on the way. I know I haven't been the most consistent with this form of media, or in general really with who I am and what I do, but from this day forward, I, Luke Morrison, will never stop. I will never surrender. I will never back down until my job is complete. Hoy Health is going to be doing some big things a year from now, helping out tradies, helping out all sorts. So join me. If you're watching this, you can say you got in on it early. I'm about to pull up into my driveway and we'll call it there. But anyways, all the best. Keep the spirits high and keep on keeping on, guys. I know the world kind of seems like, especially with AI, everything's going fucking bananas. But stay grounded, stay true to who you are and yourself and your purpose. Back yourself and you can succeed at anything that you put your mind to. Alrighty, take care. Hoy! Hoy out! See you on the next one. Choo!